A not-so-wise man once said, "Don't let your dreams be dreams." I guess these folks took that advice literally. Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 weirdest creations in dreams. For this list, we've gone deep into the Dreams database to find the most bizarre and absurd dreams conceived. Wait, is that supposed to be Arlo, the YouTube Muppet? Oh boy, what else have people come up with? I'm afraid now. Number 10, Trump Simulator. Oh great, we're off to a great start. It isn't surprising to see creators making games that lampoon the current US president. Anyone remember Newgrounds during the Bush era? So it was only a matter of time before US President Donald Trump made his way into Dreams. However, we weren't expecting it to be something like Trump Simulator. In this game, players can feed Trump a bucket of chicken nuggets from KFC, and that's pretty much it. We suppose you could call it a clicker game, but there doesn't seem to be anything else outside of endless feeding. Still, there's something oddly satisfying in seeing that calorie counter go up. Number 9, Bubsy 3D Dream Make. There have been a handful of incredible games that have been remade in Dreams, but there are some games that should be left in the past. Bubsy 3D was one of those games, as it was poorly received for its abysmal controls, wonky platforming, and confusing depth perception. And yet, user Svenska3 went ahead and brought the game back from the grave. While it's only a single level, Bubsy 3D Dream Make manages to replicate the jarring platforming and visuals while providing a derpy model of the infamous Bobcat. Holy crap! But if you had to play either the original game or the Dream Make, we definitely would pick the latter, since the controls are a lot more tolerable. Number 8, a misguided visit to friendbot_land! This is one of the most unique horror games to play in Dreams, for better or for worse, depending on if you're petrified of robots. Players explore a creepy amusement park that has been long abandoned and is littered with cartoony, smiling robots. Things were already unsettling during our first few minutes with the game, thanks to its decrepit environments, and the computerized speech only made things worse for us. And the creepiness doesn't stop there. You'll soon find yourself being watched by the colossal friendbot, hovering in the sky, observing your every move. Yeah, this may not be for those of you robots. Number 7, Spank Dat.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
In May 2019, Media Molecule's John Breen, Senior Principal Designer and Communications Manager for Dreams, expressed his concern with the game would be a, quote, forest of penises. While Dreams hasn't crossed that bridge yet, we are still stumbling upon a few butt games, and Spank Dat was one of the strangest ones. Players have 10 seconds to smack a jiggly butt as many times as possible. Why is something like this on the list? Well, think about it. Creator Apple Squid has taken the time to model the person, animate the booty, and made sure the physics worked. We hope Apple didn't have anyone walk in on him while they were developing this. Number 6, Life Decisions. We aren't quite sure if this was supposed to be artistic or meaningful, or played up for laughs, but whichever the case, we have to bring up life decisions. In this game, players control a man who looks like he's just witnessed a murder or saw what hell looks like. You can either sit at home and muck about, or enter the city and talk to some of the locals. Between the wonky animations and bug-eyed character models, Life Decisions feels like something ripped right out of the Twilight Zone, and the lack of music only makes it more uncanny. Number 5, Junkman Jr. in Dumpster Firefight to the Finish. So far, we've been exposed to levels of the surreal and mysterious. But if you're waiting for something that's more focused on combat, we may have something for you. Crazy Foo 3000 has blessed us with a grotesque action game where players fight as Junkman Jr, a lowly drunk who's ambushed by a horde of trash monsters that are out for his beer. Your only line of defense is to wail and flail your arms around before the monsters stab you. With goofy animations and a horrifying silly character, this is actually a game worth checking out. Number 4. Persnickety 5.
Joke.
Yes, remakes and fan games are cool and all, but there hasn't been anything quite like Persnickety 5. Serving as a parody to Persona 5, players must help Morgana, or Persona 5 the cat, find a delicious pizza for the Phantom Thieves. Easier said than done. He'll have to sneak past the pizza police and eventually face off against Mickey, the ladder salesman. There are plenty of creations and dreams that try too hard to meme or even be funny. But Persnickety 5 accomplishes a level of ridiculousness that doesn't feel forced or contrived.
3, 2, 1.
Number 3. Jellyfish Fields But Patrick is a god.
We should take Bikini Bottom and push it somewhere else!
Dreams has seen a handful of meme amalgamations, particularly ones related to SpongeBob and or Shrek. Jellyfish Fields blends the two franchises together for a level that's hilarious and frightening.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument.
Players can explore a small open area while keeping Sandy away from an alien. Or is it a moon man? Although the main attraction is on the other side of the area, where Shrek and a handsome Squidward wobble around while a giant Patrick breathes fire from above. Oh, and your ears are blessed with classic Patrick quotes as you observe the madness.
We should take Bikini Bottom and push it somewhere else!
Number 2. Shrek Eternal 2! From the fires of hell comes a large green monster, and you're in his swamp now. Players control a hunched over Shrek and must make their way to the end, avoiding lava, massive saw blades, giant hands, and a wave of lasers. While the level is short in length, it actually took us roughly an hour to finally reach the end. It's that difficult! Maybe we were just intimidated by those terrifying Shrek heads that greet you at the start. We used to think the phrase, Shrek is love, Shrek is life, was blasphemous. But playing through this, we are now believers. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Passion of Humpty.
High on a dream. He was determined to get higher.
Beavers 2 has already established themselves as a bizarre dreams artist. However, this surreal user topped themselves with an animation called The Passion of Humpty. Honestly, we don't even know how to describe this one. It was a trailer that was so bizarre that our writer couldn't contain himself while recording this footage. Humpty falls and shatters, as is with every iteration of the nursery rhyme, but everything devolves into a twisted fever dream. By the time it was over, we were left wondering just what in the absolute we just experienced! If anything, we might be sending this to our friends without context just to get their reactions. These people have bright futures ahead of them, I'm pretty sure. In the mood for more awesome gaming content? Be sure to check out this video here on Mojo Plays, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.